Hey, Kogo family. I was asked by Demetrius just to share a little bit of the story of my journey with Tyler Richardson, who is currently a pastor and the lead pastor in Blacklick, Ohio. And when I got here at Connection Point here in Sidney, Ohio, 3 years ago, Pastor Tyler was the youth pastor here. And as we got to know each other and journey together, it became clear about 1.5 to 2 years in that maybe God was calling him to something else. And so I began to ask questions about his journey. And through those questions and through conversation, Tyler started to be able to put into language what he really wanted for his future and what he felt like God was calling him to. And that was to move from being a student pastor to being a lead pastor. And so we at Connection Point talk about the importance of being a sending church, a church that is willing to multiply the kingdom, not just the church, and send leaders out into the community. And with Tyler sharing that, I felt like it was our responsibility as a church to help him get there. So here's what we did. It worked for us. What we did was we moved him out of the youth pastor role very quickly, and we had volunteer leaders who took that role over. And we changed his title to pastor in residence. And what that allowed me to do is it allowed me to give him projects that he could work on that were outside of student ministry. He preached a little bit more, and it gave him room to be able to go interview people outside of our church, meet with people at the state office, and begin to really journey and search for where and what God was actually calling him to. Tyler eventually landed in Blacklick, Ohio at New Horizons Community Church, and I had the honor of being there when he was installed and speaking at his installation. It was so cool to see people from our church show up in Columbus for that, which was a good 1.5 hours away, because we as a church rallied around Tyler, and we embraced him, and we helped him deploy to what God had for him next. So I don't know who in your church is thinking about ministry or is ready for the next thing. Man, I would just encourage anyone who hears this to do the hard thing, which is to journey with them as they're leaving, and not just send them out the door. Because in that journey, I learned a lot about myself as a leader. I learned about a lot about Tyler, and I was able to pour into him, and we were able to journey that together. So I hope that's encouraging to you. Praying for all of you in whatever situation you find yourself in, and may God continue to multiply the kingdom throughout the state of Ohio and throughout the world.